Yeah.
I love my HBCU. And boy, I love it, love it. I love it, love it. I love my HBCU.
And man,
I hope my team they won one.
Yeah.
I hope my team they won one.
yeah, man,
I hope my team they won one.
Yeah.
I hope my team they won one.
yeah.
I tune into the HBCU Sports Lab to see if my team won or lost. If they lost, I'm quiet as a mouse. But if they won, keep tab. I'ma do the dab, yeah. Dr. Cavil, he know what he be talking about. Mike and Charles, they know what they be talking about. They compress the analytic data with this hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they won or lost, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
This is Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. This is the Indy Report, and I have my main man, Jeffery Johnson. Hampton Knight, what's going on, sir?
Nothing much, man. Just trying to keep the wolves from the door, man.
Look, man, how has the Winter Wonderland treated you over the past couple of weeks, sir?
Oh my God, man! I think it's been school just started back yet today for most people, and we've been out for a full week and a half. So just imagine my house full of them 3 little kids running around, just exhausted.
Yeah, I do a show with a buddy, one of my buddies, and he lives in Charlotte. And it pretty much, I guess they're going back today, if not tomorrow. Like they've been out for a bit too. But they've been going through it though. They had 2 consecutive weekends of like legitimate snowstorms. I'm so happy that the Northeast got a break. I'm very thrilled.
We had some real snow, but our issue is the fact that we took that money out of the budget because the last 2 winters we've had snow, but it's been fixable. We didn't have a polar vortex or any of this stuff. So that was a big issue for many Marylanders.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to go and run through the intro. Welcome to episode 7077 of Inside the HBCU Sports Lab radio show and podcast, the show that's covering the sporting HBCU diaspora, i.e. all things HBCU sports from institutions large and small, from the NAIA to the NCAA. We share insights and information on the HBCU sports culture and HBCU athletic aesthetics to facilitate the story of HBCUs, athletic programs, and the business of HBCU sports. I'm your host, David L. Rhodes, with Jeffrey Johnson. Tariq Wilson is definitely on assignment. We might see Brandon King later today during the show. We are filming from our home studios and sending a signal live to our KCOH 12:30 a.m. studios with the Texas Radio Hall of Famer Ralph Cooper in the beautiful home of Texas Southern University from Houston, Texas. Okay. A lot of things have gone on over the past week. A lot of SWAC teams have released their football schedules. For those who do know me, I am in the Twitter streets. And so there's been a lot of discussions about scheduling. And I think the big thing, there's two, and I'm going to talk about this more on my other show later tonight, but there's 2 big things that was brought up with regards to scheduling. The first thing was the fact that there's some schools that are not taking advantage of the 12 games. Some are only scheduling 11.
Yeah.
And the second thing was scheduling Division II multiple Division II programs or multiple non-FCS or FBS programs on their schedule. I understand, and this is coming from somebody that's no longer in the in one. We're considered HBCU independents, right? Because we're in one of the PWI conferences.
Mm-hmm.
So, but one thing when A&T was in the MEAC before the school down the road, while the school down the road was still in the CIAA before they went up to Division I, we would always play them for Aggie Eagle, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we would do. But in the MEAC, they kind of frown upon having more than one Division II game. They frowned on that back then. I don't know. I don't think that's they probably still frown on it still, but I think now that there's only 6 teams, it makes it a little bit more difficult. And, they got to schedule now they got to schedule 7 out of conference games, which props to them because I'm pretty sure Morgan definitely scheduled 12. I got to double check, but so props to them to be able to pull that off. But so I just wanted to get your perspective on like taking advantage of scheduling all your games, get like leverage the week 0, and also, facing multiple Division II opponents?
Well, I'll start with the 12-game schedule. I think you're giving more opportunities for the students first, for the kids, to showcase their ability. They do want to play these extra games. It's also it's good for the alumni too, primarily if that's an added home game to the university. That's added funds. I do think that all programs should take advantage of that 12th game. I don't understand why they don't. Primarily if it's on that week 0, because people by that time are just itching for something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the 12th game, if it falls around, like late October, November-ish, I get it. If your team is 3-9 or 3-8, I don't want to, just take them out the pasture. The game is over. Season's over. But I would think it's more beneficial if it's earlier in the season. And now segueing over to Division II. For the MEAC, I get it. It's not too many. We turncoats left, so I don't see anything wrong.
To be clear, I'm not a turncoat, Jeff. We're not turncoats.
No,
our institutions made a decision they thought that was best for the university at the time.
We're not turncoats either, because we've been floating this idea since the mid '90s. So I think for the MEAC, I think it's perfectly fine to schedule multiple D2 games, because hey, they're not looking for, the second place could be looking for consider if after the Celebration Bowl, but it depends. My thing is, if I was Central, I'm not doing multiple D2 teams, because if I don't beat South Carolina State, or if I get edged out by Delaware State for the Celebration Bowl, I'm probably in the running for a playoff spot. So I would frown upon it from I would say teams that are very competitive, but for teams that just need a win, like Norfolk State, look, if you could put a D3 up there, do it.
Yeah, no, like I think if I recall, the only MEAC school that's already introduced their schedule was Morgan.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else in the MEAC has introduced their schedules yet. Now I know the SWAC introduced a few. We had Grambling, Alcorn, Jackson, Southern, Bethune, FAM. So we've got a decent chunk. Alabama A&M. We got Prairie View. Most of the SWAC introduced their schedules. So I will say, from my perspective, and let me go ahead and get Brandon in here. He's in the studio. So how you doing, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. So from my perspective, overall, I think I've always been critical of how we should be scheduling, like as a whole. Like I've always been kind of critical on it. Like I have no problem if you're telling me, yeah, I'm a top 10 program nationally, schedule like it.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying? And I've always felt that way.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the MEAC really have those problems, because like South Carolina State is playing either South Carolina or Clemson every year. South Carolina State is playing either, you know what I'm saying? They'll play some tough they'll play some tough in-state opponents that are in the FCS level. Like they've beaten top 10 FCS schools in the past.
Yeah, they'll bring
so. Yeah, so I think I can't hear you, man. You went in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said they'll bring in Furman every now.
Yeah, they'll play the Furman or Wofford. Like they're gonna play one of those, or the Citadel. They'll play one of those three.
Yeah,
they'll get one of those three in. But like I just think that like based on the schedules that I've seen so far with the SWAC, the only schedule that looks like that are trying to compete, within the national base is Prairie View.
Yeah.
It's Prairie View schedule is outstanding. I love their schedule. I think Prairie View's not afraid of competition.
But you know what though? That to me goes upon, like the outside perspective with Tremaine Jackson. There's no more retreads. No, it's none of the old guard that was into that scheduling. So, I do give them props for that.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, man? Have you seen some of these schedules, Brandon?
I've seen bits and pieces. A lot of it comes out when I'm at work, so I have to play catch up in the afternoon. But the ones that I've seen, it kind of goes to what you were just referring to. I think I saw UAPBs, I believe. I've seen. I glanced at Grambling and a couple others, and kind of like I said, they're not really stepping outside of their proverbial neighborhood,
No,
so to speak.
That's a good way to say it.
not because they know they king.
You went in and out, Jeff. What did you say, buddy?
I said they know their king stinks. That's probably why.
Well, I
Let
mean,
me move to a.
but I think my big thing is that we've had other coaches in the MEAC. We've had a coach in the MEAC pretty much call out somebody like a Grambling saying that they've been trying to schedule Grambling, and they won't play the match. And I mean, I could Trey said it during the presser. Trey flat out said it during the presser. Said I'm trying to schedule Grambling and couldn't make it happen. And the thing is that your excuses are falling on deaf ears because you got an additional week, so we know you didn't schedule the additional week yet.
Yeah. Grambling will only schedule out of conference with other HBCUs unless if it's a classic. Like we played them a couple years back in New Jersey, and they'll do that.
I was there for that game.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the thing too about that is that some HBCUs they're used to having a lot of the classic games.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you also got to remember that you got to try to sell these season tickets, right? And the thing about selling your season tickets, you got to have some home games. So I understand the aspect of, all right, we need to have at least 5 home games or 6 home games.
Yeah.
But I will say, man, I think the whole we just got to have home games only works if it's a homecoming. You can put anybody for the homecoming.
Yeah.
But you kind of got to have some really good opponents. Unless it's a home opener, I don't think folks are gonna be screaming to come see y'all play Arkansas Baptist or see y'all play VUL. You know what I'm saying? I just think we need to. And that's just me. This is just David talking. Obviously, I just think we need to stop doing that. I think we need to stop scheduling those type of games.
Well, the Hampton faithful.
I know y'all. We gonna get to you. Yeah, VUL. Yeah, you. For the opener.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw TBD, I knew y'all were in trouble. you just turned TBD to VUL. I knew y'all was in trouble.
I mean, come on. Think about it from our perspective. We literally had probably one of the worst years, probably even worse than the Don Rhodes era. And we need some confidence building. So why not?
Hey, Jeff, Jeff, as an alumnus of a team that lost 27 straight games, I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But that proves my point too. You schedule those games when you're in that.
Yeah.
When you're there and you're oh, we got to get some confidence builders. Let's play Shaw. Let's play gotcha. I'm not mad at that. You don't need 3 of them though. You don't need 2 of them.
No, we
Just
need
one of
them.
them.
No. We need them.
You must play Norfolk. You must play Howard. You only got room for one.
We're not shying away from them. Norfolk, Norfolk got. Let me stop. We're not shying away from Norfolk. Howard, they got us because we had a coach last year who wanted to play high school players. So, yeah.
And you saw that y'all former quarterback is now at Howard now. So
bye. I mean, hey, I've never seen a wide receiver want to play quarterback.
Right.
Anything over 5 yards, oh my God, I'm running. Let him go.
Well, we'll see what Ted White doing. Ted White might be able to get him where he needs to be.
And Ted White is the Don Rose. He's going to be the Don Rose of Howard. Watch. Like,
Don't do that to Ted, man. Let that man coach, man. You know, all he gotta do is win 5 games. All that man gotta do is win 5 games. If he wins 5 games, he's in the Celebration Bowl, man. That's all he gotta do is win 5 games. 5 games. That's all you gotta do. That's the truth. Like I say it all the time. All you gotta do in the MEAC, if you want to get a Celebration Bowl, is win 5 games. From mid-October to November, just win 5 games. 5 games. That's it. That's all you gotta do. 5 games, and you get the bag.
he is not.
If there's any conference that should schedule light, it's them. Because they only got to win 5 games. 5. They only got to win 5 of them.
Well, if I was Howard, I would be scheduling VUL on repeat. You know, I mean,
Don't worry, they're scheduling Indiana this year. They're gonna wish they had VUL.
well, they need to check, so I mean,
I was
they need to
told
check.
I was told that they scheduled that game years ago, back when Indiana wasn't this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I already, when I saw the schedule, when I saw Indiana's coach, I was like, prayers up, Howard. Prayers up. Prayers up.
Indiana get out of that game. I'm like, can we just give them a check and just pick somebody else? They got the money now.
No. You know what's funny? We had a conversation about that in the chat, and I said, Indiana has no incentive to give this game up. None. They have no incentive. None. Because they're probably going to come out as the number 1 team in the country. It's one of their first games. Ain't nothing going. There's no incentive in the right Howard to check. None. If I was Howard, I would play this. I would play the 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings, and figure out what you got next week with your starters. Like, I wouldn't even bother taking that risk. As somebody that's seen us lose like 4 quarterbacks in a game, I would not intrinsically take that risk. We're out here with quarterbacks 6 and 7 when we played y'all, man. And it was because of what we happened in South Florida. And we still won with the 7th string. Y'all took out our 6.
And still won. And that, to me, is a testament of how bad our program fell. But I do hope Indiana runs up the score on Howard. I hope they put 100 burger on.
Kurt Signetti knows the FCS very well.
Absolutely. And he knows probably he's familiar with them.
Before he went to Indiana, he was coaching James Madison while they were doing their transition into FBS. And before he went to James Madison, he coached Elon. He knows the FCS very well.
Yeah. Yep.
He knows it very well.
And he knows Howard ain't really on nothing.
Well, yeah, I mean, when he was there, Howard wasn't good. I mean, you know.
But I will just say this, for all the naysayers at Hampton who were screaming murder and trying to throw the AD off of the porch, like, really get a life, man. Really, it's not that serious. You only started to come around when Dion came. When Coach Prime got to Jackson, that's when you guys started coming around. So you realize that the coach that was dismissed brought in a bunch of high school kids and brought a bunch of kids who weren't going to play. So we need confidence boosters. And so VUL is that usual trick that we need.
The trick.
To boost our confidence up so we can go home and then we can go to work feeling good. And so I'm sorry, that's our main shit. That's our main bottom number 1. So let us get them and we'll be all right. Thank you.
I have a question.
And
how
that's
did y'all
for the
sign
Hampton faithful. I'm sorry, I'm tired of it.
How did y'all signing day go?
Okay, that's another thing. So I'm cool with the signings. And the thing is, our contingent, they want the big shiny players, the D1 bounce backs. So we want big linemen out of JUCO because for the past 10 years at Hampton, all the successful linemen that we had came out of JUCO, mainly Lackawanna. And I think we've loaded up pretty well on linemen. Now, quarterbacks, we've had the 2 guys, a Southern transfer, and we had another JUCO QB that came in. Kind of shifty guys. One's a field general, the other one's a scrambler. So it's kind of like hit and miss on those. But for the most part, I would say I'm impressed.
What about you, Mr. King? How you feel about the signing day? How did your coach do with his full recruiting year?
Well, oh,
The fact that the camera went up in the air tells me everything I need to know.
that was hilarious. Well, I'll say this. Coach Barlow said it. The last OVC media call of the year that one of the areas that they were going to kind of focus on was within the trenches because last year we couldn't run the ball. Um, a lot of times our quarterbacks were running for their lives,
Facts.
and we were getting pushed up and down the field on the other side of the ball. So said that was an area. So got a couple guys. Looks like to try to help with that. So we signed quite a few offensive and defensive linemen to try to shore that up. Um, Quarterback position is another question mark because the three guys that they were that they brought in last year, Jonathan Palmer, Caleb McCrary, and Byron McNair. McNair ended up being the starter, and he played well in spots. And coach said outside of the scripted plays, he really looked good. But once it got outside of that, then some of his limitations really came to the forefront. And you saw that offensively that we never scored more than 27 points at any point in the season. So we were one of the lowest scoring offenses in the country. So you brought in either somebody to be competition or to take one of these guys' jobs. So we'll see, and kind of like Jeff was saying, it's all the stats and where they came from. It all looks good now, but once they put on the pads, we'll see. So it's like he focused on some of the areas that he talked about. Nothing that's like in terms of splashy, like 4-star, 5-star, whatever.
Yeah. I'm
But
so done with.
go ahead.
If I see a 4-star by your name, you probably a headache. Get out. Don't go home. If it's Aquarius Denard Jones, whatever his name is, and he got 4-star or 5-star, and it's the third team, don't want him. Sorry. Let me stop.
So, from A&T's perspective, the focus that Coach Gibbs wanted was basically in the trenches up front because he couldn't run the ball to save his life last year.
Yeah.
And I think he completed the mission with regards to that. Has a couple guys over 300 pounds on the offensive line, got a over 320 pound defensive tackle. So he's out here doing what he needs to do to try to fix the trenches. Because the thing that the previous coach had a problem with is getting folks in the trenches, particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
And
Could
he
not
was
get
a defensive guy.
He was a defensive guy. Could not get anybody to play nose tackle, and he wanted to run a 3-4. Could not find nobody. Could not find a soul, and that's why we were getting blown off the ball and getting beat up so bad.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how we do this year. I think we ended up. They introduced 38 players today.
Yeah.
Most of them were transfers.
Yeah.
He wanted it. Coach Gibbs said he wanted to turn the roster over. I think he's kind of completed that mission in that regard. And I think there's more. So it's gonna get interesting because some of those kids are already there. I mean, we did have a big signee.
Yeah.
There was a map that showed the school that had the best signee in the state and A&T was on the map because we got Ben Boulware. So from Oak Grove High School, I think he was like a 4-star guy. But the theory with him, and I know a lot of Aggies don't want to hear this, the theory with him is that he's going there, he's going to get developed by some really good coaches, and then he's going to leave and go get the bag.
Yeah.
because he's going to get to play. Like he's probably going to start.
And I'm cool with
if
that.
he's worth the goods that he says he is, he's going to start.
Yeah, and that's the new reality. We only keep him for 1 year.
If you get somebody that's like a 4-star guy, and he starts, yeah, man, it's going to get interesting.
Yeah. And it reminds me when Hampton had Justin Durant, Travarius Bane, Alonzo Coleman, Andrea Jones, Marquay McDaniel, Nevin McCaskill, and Derek Faulkner. We had all these guys, and normally if that would have been today, we probably those guys would have been gone after 1 year. So,
I'm thinking about when we had like Tariq Cohen. Yeah. Like Kobe Durant for South Carolina State. Like a lot of these guys, they would have been out of here, man. But I think now with everything that's been going on with the short portal window, because some of the kids came back. Some of the kids got out the portal and came back. We heard about RJ Body heading back to Alabama State.
Yeah. He got out there. Don't nobody want you. He got out there and he saw how slim them streets are, man. He was
But sometimes that portal can be a reality check.
It's a math problem, man. It's a math problem, man. Like you got almost 10,000 players in the portal. They ain't 10,000 slots for you.
No.
Like this, there are folks in the portal that has not come to the realization that they might not be playing football ever again.
No, Amazon is hiring. Boxes need to be delivered. Hey, you did it.
They about to have robots do that. And they ain't gonna help them either. They ain't gonna help you either, dog. That's not gonna help you either, bro. Folks is getting replaced. Folks are getting replaced with folks that don't have to be fed or have to pay bills. And don't require a paycheck. That's what's happening these days. But all right, man. I know you said you can only do one segment. We're going to take the first break. When we come back, we'll talk about talk about some sports. We'll talk a little bit of some sports. All right, man. I'll see you, Jeff. We'll be right back right after this break.
Peace.
Good.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a state, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisine.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Compress the analytic data with your hip hop. If you know them like I know them, they gon' tell you if your team, if they wanna lose, and who the ball. So listen to Professor, yes sir, and pay attention, cause he gon' teach a lesson.
Welcome back to episode 777 of Dr. Cavil's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. This is the Indy Report. I have a question for you, Mr. King. Have you ever seen a team lose to 2 consecutive buzzer beaters? Or you can't hear me? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'll blame your AirPods, man. You out here breaking stuff. Can you hear me now? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We'll go back out, come back in.
All right, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna give Brandon a second. I'm gonna kick him out real fast. I'm gonna give Brandon a second. Speaking of which, I can fix this while I'm here. I think I can. Let me see. Nope, that ain't it. I've never been good at these things. But either way, so one thing that I wanted to discuss was what was going on in basketball. But while Brandon gets that done, I want to give a couple shout outs. So the CAA just announced their baseball CAA selections. A&T had three players that made it. So shout out to those 3 players. I don't have the list right in front of me. I could probably pull it up real fast. Can you hear me, Brandon?
Yep,
All right.
all good now.
So now I'm going to ask you the question again while I pull this up. Have you ever seen a team lose by a buzzer beater in 2 games in a row?
You know, come to think, I don't think I have.
North Carolina A&T pulled it off. They did it in back-to-back games. Lost to a pretty much a half-court shot against Monmouth in overtime, and then went back to Drexel, and they pretty much got down the court in 3 seconds and got a shot off to close out the game. The Monmouth one made the Sports Center top 10. Unfortunately, they were number 3. So we made Sports Center that day, that night. I'm not sure.
Reason.
Yeah, and they called us UNC A&T. So it was just a plethora of things that occurred. that was you know what I'm saying. So I blame the gambling scandal with that, because that's what they called us when they started reporting the gambling scandal too. I was like, you can call us wrong when it's it's bad stuff. Just call us right with the good stuff. But
must have LaShawn McCoy writing the write up for ESPN on that one.
So the bottom line is, so A&T, after the 2-game streak they had, they're on a nice little losing streak again. But I think they're going to be dangerous in that tournament because it's super talented. It's funny, like there was somebody from UNCW that was tweeting about the game between us and Drexel, because we were down 17 and we came back and took the lead. And then I replied by saying, it was like, we're going to be the most dangerous 2-8 team in the CAA. and the guy responded. He was like, I believe it, because I remember when we showed up to Corbett. He was like, you guys are dangerous. So it's going to be interesting when it's tournament time, because I just think the kids they just got to play together. I mean, they just got to get rid of some of the mental mistakes, and they're pretty much there, man. They're there. They got to string some wins. They're good enough. They're good enough to compete in that league. The CAA is a wild league as it is. They're good enough to compete in that league with the best of them. Right now, they're last place, but we've beaten some pretty good teams that's up in that league and gave the top teams fits. So I think we can. They pull it together, man. I think we can do some damage in that tournament. I just don't want them to be in the bottom 2, and then that means they got to play the first day.
Yeah,
because everybody gets in. All 13 teams get in. It's like a big happy family. All 13 teams get in, and anybody can get it.
But they need to be at what, 10 or 11 to avoid that first day.
So hopefully we'll get there, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, if they'd probably be on their way, man. But 2 buzzer beaters back to back, that is brutal.
It's sickening. It is sickening, because it shows you that they can compete with them. They just had some terrible luck. The first one, that was just a lucky shot. Like, half court shot. You can't do nothing with that, right? The second one, that was avoidable. They could have stopped that one. But the first one, you can't be mad at that. Like, you can't be mad at that. They did everything right, and they just, my man, banked the 3-pointer, half court. Like, you can't do nothing with that. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Pain, absolute pain. And the ladies they've had some close counters too. Like, it's been rough this season for both programs. But I will say this, and I'm gonna pull it to you about Tennessee State basketball. I will say this: the men, I saw the HBCU top 5. Shout out to Liv, love what she does. Shout out to Liv for Hoops. Follow her on Twitter. I saw that top 5, and I'm just gonna say this: that North Carolina A&T is 3-0 against the top 5. Because the school down the road is in that top 5, Morgan State is in that top 5, and Maryland Shore is in that top 5. And we beat all 3 of them.
Hey, so y'all really atop of me right now.
I mean, we would probably be near the top of the league, We will be. We're not in the MEAC. We in the car. We ain't in the MEAC. We in the car.
Well, you know what? Some people gonna be like, see.
Because Norfolk and Howard are at the bottom of the league right now, which is kind of wild to think.
It's crazy.
They're at the bottom of the league. Like, they're near the bottom of the league.
I mean, one of them I could kind of see, but Howard, that's actually pretty surprising.
Yes. Yeah, like I figured Norfolk was going to take a step back. And
yeah.
And it's been a while since we've seen, like, Norfolk not be good at basketball. So I'm kind of like wondering how that's going to go. Because, I mean, something's got to be good. Either basketball got to be good or the football got to be good. Something's got to give. Now, granted, they got the advantage. They got Turner's in Norfolk, so they got opportunities here. But
absolutely,
it's just kind of wild to see the standings right now.
Yeah, because I've caught a couple games when my schedule allows. I watched, as you would call them, the school up the road in Eastern Shore the other night. And that was a pretty good game. I don't know. Central is such a hard team to read. They're so up and down.
Folks didn't expect them to be that good this year, man. Like, folks didn't expect them to be this high in the standings at this point. So it's kind of surprising. I'll say that. But I also will say that Coach Moulton has been there for a while. He hasn't won a championship in a minute.
That's true.
So, from that standpoint, it'll be interesting to see if he can finally get one. I don't think he hasn't won one since the pandemic, if I recall.
I don't think. It might have been even.
He didn't probably won one since probably. Right now, they're first in the conference, man. They're 4-1. So shout out to them.
Yep. And now Eastern Shore lost 2 in a row. Is it a case of, I don't want to say coming back to earth, because Cleo Hill's a heck of a coach. So it could just be they just hit a couple stumbles. I'll just say it like that. There's still a lot of basketball to be played.
The Morgan State Bears have won 5 straight. The Morgan, I'm just letting you know what it is, man. The Morgan State Bears has figured out how to play this thing called basketball. They've won 5 straight. They are second in the conference right now. They're 5-2 in conference.
Wow. Well, shout out to Coach Brody. Shout out.
Yeah. Don't let my boy Banks don't want to hear that, man. Banks does not want to hear that. Because he ain't, let me tell you something, man. He ain't a happy camper, man. I'm like, look, man, he got to stay. He out here doing the deed. There might be something going on here in Baltimore, Maryland.
It's hard to argue if a guy's winning.
No, you're right. Can't argue that. Norfolk currently has a losing record in conference. They're 3-4. Howard's 4-3. Howard's the only team with a overall winning record. They're 14-9. They were like, yeah, that's the wild. Like, that's the thing, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, Howard, I think they went undefeated against the CAA. And they're sitting here 4-3 in conference. What is going on? Like, I just does not compute.
You can't get a bead on
That watch them
it.
end up like running through the tournament. They're gonna ransack in the tournament. You watch. Just watch. Just watch. That would be something that Howard would do. Now, as for the SWAC, there's Bethune Cookman and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other way to put it. It's Bethune Cookman and everybody else. There's a reason why they gave Thea's dad raise, man.
Hey, it's looking right now. It's looking like money well spent.
Now this is a funny message. Morgan State and the Charlotte Hornets are the hottest teams in basketball right now.
Are we still in 2020?
No.
That seems like that seems
Were the
like
Hornets
when the
good
twilight
were the
zone.
Hornets good in 2020?
No.
They haven't really been good since they've been back to the Hornets. But then again, the Bobcats hasn't been good either. But
Last time they was good, that was Glenn Rice and them boys was there.
Mm-hmm. That's a long time ago, sir. Baron Davis, right before they moved to New Orleans.
Yeah,
That's been a minute. It's been a minute.
It's been a while. Maybe we're in like a basketball twilight zone or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, I do a Panthers podcast on Tuesdays, and the Hornets were brought up, and I'm like, I gotta believe it to see it. They ain't been good since I moved up to New England, man.
I have not watched for full disclosure, I haven't watched the Hornets game. They might have been the Bobcats the last time I watched a tip to buzzer game from them.
That says a lot.
Why are they not on TV? They're not on TV like that. And
I'm pretty sure NBA TV does some games, but they're gonna have to figure it out now because they're looking good.
I could even if this is bad, and I haven't even really just been watching the NBA like normal. If their head coach walked in right now in this gym I'm in, he could sit. I probably wouldn't know who he was.
You could listen. I'm gonna tell you something. All due respect, I don't know. Like I wouldn't know the Hornets head coach. I would have no idea who the Hornets head coach is. And there's probably a couple of NBA teams I would have no idea who the NBA head coach is. All I know is the trade deadline is tomorrow. And some folks have gotten traded. But I would, if you give me like pictures of NBA coaches, I might be able to get you like 10 of them. Maybe. I might be able to get 10 out of the 30. Maybe. And that's pushing it. That is
I could maybe go 33% from the field.
Yeah. That's 10 out of 30, man. That's third. You know what I'm saying? That's third.
That's pushing it.
But my behind, I think Greg Popovich is still the coach of the Spurs, and I know for a fact he's not. But do not ask me who it is now because I have no idea.
What's the dude's name? So what is his name?
See, I have no idea. I have no clue. He's a young guy. I know that he's a youngin, but I have no idea. No clue.
He had like a weird name or something. I don't say weird, but an atypical last name or something. I think.
Nah, I have no idea. I would not know, man. I would not know. All right, so how's Tennessee State doing, man? How they doing in these basketball streets?
Well, just dropped one Monday night to Tennessee Tech, but ended up losing by 5. They was down by double digits for large portions of the game, man. And the thing about it, I mean, Tech just shot the lights out of the basketball. They went 15 of 24 from downtown. 7 of 9 in the second half. And it didn't help that we came out like flat in the first half. I mean, just flat. And they jumped on us as you should. And we didn't force a lot of turnovers, so you can kind of get in that transition game, get some easy baskets so you can set your defense, and really wasn't able to do a lot of that, particularly in the first half. You only forced 4 turnovers. They was able to get back into it in the second half. They actually tied the game a minute to go, but what happened? Tech hits a 3. Take the lead back. Have a chance. We can't hit the 3, and then you foul. They hit the free throws and pretty much ice the game. So, tough loss. to a team that I don't think is better than Tennessee State.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm looking at the standings right now. You guys are in a three-way tie for second place with SEMO and Morehead State. UT Martin has a 2-game lead against you guys in first place.
yeah,
And then there's two schools a game back, Lindenwood and SIUE. So it's going to be a tight race. How many conference games you guys have? Is it like what, 18, 20? How many y'all play?
like 16, 18, something like that.
Yeah, all right. So y'all got a couple more games left. So there could be a lot of shifting happening within these standings
Yes.
over the
Oops.
next couple weeks for sure. So we're close to tournament time, man. We're almost there, bro. It's home stretch time in a lot of these
Yeah.
conferences. I guess I should give the standings of what's going on with A&T and Hampton. So currently, A&T is last in the conference. They're 2-8. They've lost to Northeastern, so they don't have the tiebreaker. They're 9-12 overall, so they're 13th in the conference. Hampton currently is 11th in the conference at 4-6. They're also tied with Campbell. They're tied with Campbell. A&T's tied with Northeastern. UNCW is 8-1 at the top. Charleston's 8-2. Drexel 6-4. But I will say this about the CAA. The only two teams that don't have winning records there's three teams that don't have overall winning. Well, no, there's five. There's six, excuse me. Half the league has winning records. And A&T's not that far from a winning record. They're 9-12. I mean,
I've said it again. I don't feel like y'all are that far off.
No, we're not. We're
I
not. We're so
really
talented, man. We're so talented, man. Like, and the thing is, it was so tough, right? Before we had that 2-game winning streak with Townsend and Hofstra, we got the brakes beat out of us against Hampton prior at Hampton on MLK Day. At that, that's a different type of dream. That turned into a nightmare. But so that was kind of demoralizing because I didn't think Hampton is that much better than us. So it's going to be fascinating next week at the HBCU Classic out in LA during All-Star Weekend, which I will be attending. So if you guys are going to be out in LA, let me know. I'll see you at the game because, I'm bringing my lady too. So there's other things we got planned. But I'm curious to see how we're going to look against that game then. I think it's going to be a much more competitive game this next go-round because I'm pretty sure. And we lost our home game for this weekend, that game. So it should be interesting. But we got a lot of I think we can get out of this slot. We just got to start winning some games. That's the dilemma right now. We just got to win some games, man. But the thing is, A&T's schedule is not kind. We got Charleston tomorrow. They're second in the conference. At Charleston. Then we got Campbell on Saturday. Then
Work is cut out for you.
Yeah. Then we got Campbell on Saturday. Then we got the HBCU Classic against Hampton on February 13th. And then we got Charleston again on the 19th. Then we got Elon, got to go to UNCW. So we do not have an easy schedule down the stretch. We might be able to we probably can get Hampton, probably can get Campbell. Maybe we can get Campbell twice. We'll probably split against Campbell. Probably can get Elon. William & Mary's going to be tough. We got some tough games. We got a tough schedule to close out, to say the least. We really needed those. We needed the Monmouth and Drexel games, man. We needed them things. We needed them.
Yeah.
Those are tough losses. But we'll see. But I'm fascinated to see how we do against Charleston tomorrow. I'm really fascinated to see how we do.
This first time I played them on season.
Yeah, we're playing them twice, and we're playing them 2 out of the next 4 games, man. We go to them tomorrow, and they come to us on the 19th after we get back from LA. So we got a 6-day gap because we got to play on Friday for the HBCU Classic. That game's on Friday. So
I'll be tuned in. Checking it out.
I'm wondering where it's going to be on television. I have no idea. Tickets were cheap though, because they announced it during one of our games, and we were able to buy the tickets right there on the spot. And I got mine for $5, man.
Wow,
$5. I think they're charging like 25 or 30 now, but it was $5.
That's like the old school high school basketball price.
I literally bought the tickets. I bought the tickets right then and there. And then I guess there was a period where they weren't available to anybody, but we had like a weekend where Aggies could go get tickets for that price. So I grabbed mine immediately. I didn't even know if I was going to go or not. I just said, let me just grab them. Worst case scenario, I'll lose $10. I bought 2 tickets. I'll lose $10.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, I'll go. And then I decided, all right, we'll go out there. Then I was like, maybe I'll go to All-Star Weekend, go to All-Star Saturday or Sunday. And then I saw the price. I was like, nah, I won't be going to All-Star Saturday and Sunday. I think the cheapest price I saw was the cheapest price I was offered was $600 per ticket. And that was for Saturday. I'm flying back home Sunday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was paying that. But A&T got some events going on. Hampton got some events going on, so we should be rocking it. We should be rocking it. It should be a good weekend. All right. Before we go, I want to ask you, man, because I know there's a lot of things that have been going on with Tuskegee and the whole situation that happened with that. Any thoughts with the coach and getting in cuffs?
When I saw it, I got on Twitter. I was like, what happened? I was like, was it something physical? I couldn't figure out. I'm like, why was he cuffed? I could not figure out initially what was going on. And you jumped in the comment section and people were saying all sorts of things. But then when you figure out what was going on, I'm like, it's a bad look for the officer or the security person, whoever he was. He was smelling himself. I think the situation overall was handled horribly because you didn't need to do that, and the fact that there's just that nobody on the other side has said anything addressing it just makes it look worse. It's just a bad look all the way around for how that particular situation was handled, and I'm still like, why was he put in cuffs? Like, I still cannot get an answer on that. It was needless.
It was supposedly a tone thing, but it was a piece of work, man. I think it became a show to the point where you out here getting Twitter, like ESPN was posting on Twitter, man. It was whoever runs media at Morehouse, I don't envy them one bit, and I know who runs it, but I don't envy that individual a second, because that's a tough thing that you got to wrestle through. But
that's not a good look.
The thing is, sometimes you just got to wait for another story to overshadow it. And I think that's what's happening right now. But all right, I want to go ahead and close this thing out. ONG Strike Zone's next. Make sure you guys follow myself and by the way, the game's on Peacock, according to Adam. The game's on Peacock.
Well, okay.
All right, the game's on Peacock. They ain't got wrestling, but they got HBCU basketball. There you go.
Before we go, let me ask this, because like I said, I've only watched like maybe one or two of y'all's games. Are all of your games on Flow Sports?
All of them. All of the conference games are on Flow Sports.
It all just behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm. It's $100 a year. I can give you a code to get. You can get it for $100 a year. And it covers not just basketball. It covers men's, women's, basketball, baseball, softball, track, football. All of it's there. All of it's there. And they have a pretty good replay system during football season. They do a highlight video. So if you just want to see the big plays of the game, they have a highlight set up for like 20 minutes. You can see the highlights of the game. Right now, everything's on Flow, but it's not $30 a month like everybody be saying. It's $100 a year. There's a CAA code where you get it for $100 a year.
Oh, it's like $8 and some change a month.
Yes, it's cheaper than ESPN now. ESPN Plus now.
$15.
No, but the CAA there's a special link and you can get it for $100 a year. Like I keep joking with folks, like the only reason why I still have ESPN Plus now is because it's free. I get it free through my cell phone provider. The moment I change my plan, it's not going to be free anymore, and I probably won't be having ESPN Plus anymore.
Who your phone provider? Let's make sure I ain't missing
Verizon.
them. Oh,
Verizon.
well, never mind.
There was a time where they had unlimited plans that included Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. And I'm not changing my plan until I get something better.
I don't blame you.
And the thing is, when I add lines, I gotta get one of the new plans for the new line. So then I add that. So then I add, like when I had to get my daughter's line, I added all the other stuff that was better deals. Like I added Netflix and HBO Max for like $5 a month. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. But I got like a barrage of different plans on Verizon because But I'm not giving up my old plan until something better pops up.
It's probably better than what I got. I got AT&T. Yikes.
My condolences. I'm thinking about switching though. Their service has been terrible, so I don't think it'll be AT&T. If I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna probably go to T-Mobile. We'll see.
At least it's not Sprint.
Oh, that's my OG, man. That's what all I could afford in college. All
right. We got to go because they ain't going.
Thank you for listening to Inside the HBCU Sports Lab. Make sure you share our podcast with your friends and colleagues. We look forward next week. We discuss the latest news in the lab. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at ChampD1012 and follow Brandon King. Check him out at sneakershoptalk.com. Make sure you follow Dr. Kiana Cavil on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Inside the HBCU Sports Lab 1 on Facebook and Inside the HBCU Sports Lab on YouTube. Dream big and continue to move forward. We will talk to you soon. Brandon.
Of course.
Lecture. Dismissed. Peace out, guys.